शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मद्श्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं दूतीक्रमं मण्डलं वीराङ्ग्यष्टचतुष्कषष्ठिनवकं वीरावळी पञ्चकं श्रीमन्मालिनी मन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरोर्मण्डलम्। श्रीविमर्शानन्दनाथं सत्याम्बासहितं गुरुं हृत्पद्मकर्णिका मध्ये भावयेत् सर्वसिद्धये। श्रीभासुरानन्दनाथाय नमः। श्रीभास्करराय गुरुमण्डलाय नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्।
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome to today's session. We will now learn to chant the 73rd shloka of Soundaryalahari.
अमूते वक्षोजौ
अमूते वक्षोजौ अमूते वक्षोजौ
अमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
अमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ अमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
न सन्देहस्पन्दो
न सन्देहस्पन्दो न सन्देहस्पन्दो
नगपतिपताके मनसिनः
नगपतिपताके मनसिनः नगपतिपताके मनसिनः
न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसिनः
न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसिनः न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसिनः
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मात् अविदित
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित
वधूसङ्गरसिकौ
वधूसङ्गरसिकौ वधूसङ्गरसिकौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित वधूसङ्गरसिकौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित वधूसङ्गरसिकौ पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित वधूसङ्गरसिकौ
कुमारावद्यापि
कुमारावद्यापि कुमारावद्यापि
द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ. We now recite all the 4 lines together 2 times.
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसिनः पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित वधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसिनः पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादविदित वधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ.
We'll now listen to Priya, Parmesh and Mahinta and Karthik and learn this verse in Riti Gaule Ragam.
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
अमूते वक्षोजामृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
अमूते वक्षोजामृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ अमूते वक्षोजामृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ
न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः
न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः
अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न संदेहस्पन्दो नगपतिपताके मनसि नः
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ
कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
कुमारावद्यापि
द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादाविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau.
ते vakṣojāvamṛtarasamāṇikyakutupau न sandehaspando nagapatipatāke manasi pibantau tau yasmādaviditavadhūsaṅgarasikau kumārāvadyāpi dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau.
ते vakṣojāvamṛtarasamāṇikyakutupau न sandehaspando nagapatipatāke manasi pibantau tau yasmādaviditavadhūsaṅgarasikau kumārāvadyāpi dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau.
ते vakṣojāvamṛtarasamāṇikyakutupau न sandehaspando nagapatipatāke manasi pibantau tau yasmādaviditavadhūsaṅgarasikau kumārāvadyāpi dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau. te vakṣojāvamṛtarasamāṇikyakutupau न sandehaspando nagapatipatāke manasi pibantau tau yasmādaviditavadhūsaṅgarasikau kumārāvadyāpi dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau.
Word by word meanings now. Devi is addressed here as Nagapatipatāke. Hey Nagapatipatāke. Naga means na gacchati iti nagaha, meaning that which doesn't move, meaning mountain. So Nagapati means king of mountains. Patake means flag. O flag of the king of mountains, amute vakṣojau, these your breasts, amṛtarasamāṇikyakutupau. Kutupa means kumbha or kalasha. Manikyakutupa means kalasha made of rubies. Amṛtarasamāṇikyakutupau means 2 pots made of rubies filled with amrita nectar. Sandehaspandaha na, there is no doubt, no sandeha, no doubt. Naha manasi, in our mind. Yasmāt, why? Because tau pibantau, having drunk that amrita or nectar, dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau. Dviradavadana is name of Ganesha. Krauñcadalanau is Kartikeya. Ganesha and Kartikeya. Aviditavadhūsaṅgarasikau, having no interest in young women. Kumārāvadyāpi, even now they are still Kumaras or young men. In the last verse, Bhagavad-pada talked about Ganesha and Kartikeya when they were babies. In this shloka, they are now grown as young boys, Kumaras, and he brings out the significance of them having been nursed by Devi. Devi is addressed as Himavan's victory flag, maybe to show Himavan takes pride in his grandsons. He says, your breasts are undoubtedly like red rupee-studded kalashas filled with the amrita or nectar. Why? Because your sons, Skanda and Ganesha, because of drinking that amrita, are like young boys who grow as divine beings themselves. Normally, humans who drink milk from their mother grow up from being a child to become a brahmachari. Then they enter grihastha ashrama, where they marry and enjoy the period of youthfulness, beget children, get into their samsaric life, raising their children, then grow old and ultimately die. Because Skanda and Ganesha have drunk the divine Amrita from you, they do not endure the normal human life cycle of birth and death. They are always youthful.
In the previous verses, we have seen that pearls or mukta are found in bamboo, oyster, conch shells, cobra's head, clouds, fish, and in elephant's head. The last line is important. Dviradavadanakrauñcadalanau. Dvirada means two tusks to indicate an elephant, meaning Ganesha. I am reminded of the 7th century poet Bhana Bhatta's novel Kadambari. In Kadambari, the deity Chandika's altar has the doors made of Vanadviradadanta, or doors made of ivory from elephant's tusk. Kraunchadalanau means one who killed the demon Kraunchasura, meaning Kartikeya. Bhagavad Pada says, unlike the nutritious milk produced by women, Devi's breast is filled with nectar of Amrita and is like Manikya-studded kumbha. Her Amrita is the cause of supreme knowledge and it is called Jnana-Amrita. The Jnana is the cause for moksha. She is Jnana-Jnaya-Swarupini. This is the reason why Ganesha and Subramanya are unique. They obtained the most difficult attainment of moksha when they were babies. In the Shanmatam worship, 6 devatas are worshipped: Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, Ganesha, Subramanya, and Surya. There is a separate upasana for each one of these that Bhagavad Pada himself established for the very reason that following any one of these margas or methods will take one to liberation, meaning each of these devatas are capable of giving the moksha purushartha. That is, each of these devatas is the Parabrahma Swarupa. Although there are so many gods who are worshipped, their children are not worshipped and elevated to the status of being Brahma Swarupa. They have the exalted position of being one among the 6 paths of worship or Shanmata. In fact, the Shanmata worship, 4 are from the same family. Bhagavad Pada feels that this Amrita they were fed when they were babies is the reason for being Bala or child. Ganesha is always like a child. Shankaracharya invokes Ganesha in Subramanya Bhujangam as Sadabala Rupapi Vignadri Hantri Mahadanti Vaktrapi Panchasya Manya Vidhindradi Mrigya Ganeshabhidhame Vidhattam Shriyam Kapi Kalyana Murtihi. Ganesha is Sadabala Rupi, or always young. Subramanya is also referred to as Kumara, or young man. Riddhi and Siddhi are considered as Ganesha's wives. Subramanya has Valli and Devasena as his wives. Still, they remain a brahmachari, forever youthful and do not age like normal human beings. Their wives are the Shakti or the power they possess, using which they bless their devotees. For this verse, we can understand that Shiva, Shakti, Skanda, and Ganesha are individually capable of giving all the human needs to their devotees. With each of the Devata being so powerful, just imagine what blessings we can get by praying to all of them at the same time as a family. Shiva's family is described in the Dhyana Shloka of the Shakti Panchakshari Mantra. Mule Kalpadrumasya Dhrutakanaga Nibham Charu Padmasanastham Vamangarudha Gauri Nibida Kucābhogo Gadhopa Gudham Nanalankara Kantam Varaparashu Brigabhiti Hastam Trinetram Vande Balendu Baulim Gajavadana Guhaslishta Parshvam Mahesham. I bow to that Shiva who is seated in the lotus posture under the wish-fulfilling Kalpaka tree, having a golden hue, embracing white-colored Gauri, seated on his left side, having 3 eyes, having the crescent moon on the head, holding an axe and a deer, displaying Vara and Abhaya mudras. He is embracing their dear sons Ganesha and Skanda on his either sides.
Lalita Sahasranama says, Devi is Vayovastha Vivarjita, meaning she is not affected by the aging process and ever remains young. Devi feeds Skanda and Ganesha with her Amritapana, and they also get the power to remain young forever, not being affected by aging process. Yauvana is the state between childhood and old age. The attributes of childhood are existence, birth, and growth, while the attributes of old age are change, decay, and death. Ganesha and Skanda do not possess any of these attributes. Lalita Trishati has a nama Sakaleshtadayai Namaha. She grants every desire. Her power to grant all desires explains without doubt that she is not an ordinary mortal. We already know she has the ability to grant both bhoga and moksha. The bhoga or joy she can give ranges from Manushya Ananda to Brahmananda. She is the pinnacle of all powers. The Bana mantra is hidden in this verse. Bana or arrow is one of the Ayudhas of Devi. We will now move on to learning the 74th shloka.
Vahatyambastambe Ramadanuja
Vahatyambastambe Ramadanuja Vahatyambastambe Ramadanuja
Kumbha Prakriti
Kumbha Prakriti
Vahatyambastambe Ramadanuja Kumbha Prakriti
Vahatyambastambe Ramadanuja Kumbha Prakriti Vahatyambastambe Ramadanuja Kumbha Prakriti
samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ
samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ
amalam hāralatikām
amalam hāralatikām
samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ hāralatikām
samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ hāralatikām samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ hāralatikām
kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ
kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ
śabalitāṃ kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ śabalitāṃ
kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ śabalitāṃ kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ śabalitāṃ
pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ
pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ
puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te
puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te
pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te
pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te. We will recite all the 4 lines together 2 times.
vahatyambastambe ramadanuja kumbha prakritibihi samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ hāralatikām kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te vahatyambastambe ramadanuja kumbha prakritibihi samārabdhāṃ muktāmaṇibhiramalāṃ hāralatikām kucābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva te.
Let us listen to the musical rendition of this shloka.
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः
समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम् समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम् वहत्यम्बस्तम्बे रमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरान्तः śabalitāṃ
कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरान्तः śabalitāṃ
कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तः śabalitāṃ कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तः śabalitāṃ
प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते
प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते
प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते
कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरान्तः śabalitāṃ प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते
कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरान्तः śabalitāṃ प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते
कुचābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तः śabalitāṃ प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते कुcābhogo bimbādhararucibhirantaḥ śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva
वहत्यम्बस्तं रमदनुजकुम्भ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुcābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरान्ता śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva
वहत्यम्बस्तं रमदनुजकुम्भ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुcābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरान्taḥ śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva
वहत्यम्बस्तं रमदनुजकुम्भ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुcābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्taḥ śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva वहत्यम्बस्तं रमदनुजकुम्भ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुcābhogo बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्taḥ śabalitāṃ pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ puradamayituḥ kīrtimiva.
Let us now go through the meanings. Amba, hey Devi, he says, hey Amba, O mother. Te is the last word of this verse. Te, your. Kucābhogo, kucābhogaha means the middle portion of your chest. Ramadanuja, Gajasuras, Kumbha Prakritibihi, born out of Kumbha, meaning that is taken out of Gajasura's head. Muktāmaṇibhihi, pearls of highest quality. Samārabdhāṃ, made of. Amalam, without any defect. Bimbādhararucibhihi, because of the reddish hue obtained from your lips, which have the color of bimba fruit. śabalitāṃ, which shines inside with beautiful colors. Puradamayituḥ, the slayer of Tripurasura, Lord Shiva. Pratāpavyāmiśrāṃ, mixed with Shiva's valor or greatness. Kīrtimiva, appearing as though it is Shiva's prize, that is, the garland of precious pearls is the prize obtained by Shiva due to his victory. Hāralatikām, creeper-like necklace. Vahati is the first word of the shloka, meaning she is holding. In this verse, Bhagavad-pada explains the pearl necklace worn by Devi. Again, here she is addressed as Amba or Mother. O Amba, O Mother, your chest bears a creeper-like pearl necklace from the frontal globe of Gajasura, reflecting from inside the brilliance of your bimba-like red lips, as if it has blended with Shiva's fame, that is white, and Shiva's valor, that is red in color. Bhagavad-pada likes to bring the mixture of white and red in almost every verse in Soundaryalahari. To understand this verse better, let us first understand a popular verse describing pearls. Gaja kumbheshu vamsheshu phanasu jaladeshu cha shuktikāyām ikṣudande shodha mauktika sambhavaha. गजकुम्भे कर्बुराभाः वंशे रक्तसिता स्मृताः फणासु वासुकेरेव नीलवर्णाः प्रकीर्तिताः ज्योतिर्वर्णास्तु जलदे शुक्तिकायां सिता स्मृताः इक्षुदण्डे पीतवर्णाः मणयो मौक्तिका स्मृताः. This popular saying explains different types of pearls. There are 6 types of pearls, it says. One is in the kumbha or head of elephants, which is white in color. The second are the ones inside the bamboo nodes, which is red and white in color. The third in the hood of snakes, which is black in color. Fourth, in the ocean with the color of bright light. The fifth in the oyster shells with white color. And the sixth inside the sugar cane, yellow in color. These pearls are very precious and auspicious and are supposed to fulfill all human needs.
Bhagavad-pada in this verse is referring to a Puranic story. There was a demon or asura called Gajasura with the head of an elephant. Shiva killed this demon Gajasura. In the head of Gajasura, between the 2 prominent round humps on his head, were pearls shining as white as a camphor. Bhagavad-pada says, "Oh mother, the pearl necklace you are wearing are made from these pearls from Gajasura's head." The spotless white pearls reflected the red color of Devi's lips with redness of bimba fruit. Because of this reflection, the pearl necklace had a hue or pink, a mixture of red and white colors. At the center of each pearl, reflection of all the colors of the rainbow can be seen. Maybe this is why she is called Matrika-varna-rupini in Lalita Sahasranama. Some tantras give a commentary for this nama as the 16 vowels of A to Aha are the color of pure white crystal. The 25 aksharas Ka to Ma are the color of coral. 9 letters Ya to Ha are yellowish and Cha is crimson. Thus, to each group of letters, different colors are given. The pearl necklace could be the garland of letters, also called Akshamala, as the Jnanarnava Tantra says. She is herself the word Brahman, while in reality she transcends the word. Bhagavad-pada says in this shloka, Shiva's Yashas and Kirti are said to be white in color. Shiva as Parabrahman or Shuddha Samved is also spotless white. The Saubhagya Sudhodaya says the origin of the letters is through Shiva's Ichha Shakti in his Anuttara aspect. She wearing the white pearl necklace is to show she carries Shiva's Kirti on her chest.
The reason for the crystal white pearl necklace reflecting red could be due to Shiva displaying redness due to his valor while killing Tripurasura, says Adi Shankara. Another reason for the redness is Devi constantly thinking about Shiva's Kirti in her heart. Since her chest region is the place where Shiva's Kirti or glory is born, it becomes a place of birth or creation, again denoted by red color. It is said in Lalita Trishati that she is Lambi Mukta Latanchita. Lambi means hanging, Mukta Lata means pearl strings, Anchita means properly worn. It is said that she wears pearls in every part of her body. She has these pendants and strings of pearls in every ornament she wears, right from her crown till her waist belt. Bhagavad-pada explains this in his Bhashyam of Lalita Trishati's 164th Nama, Hāralatikām kucābhogo. Hara means necklace and Hari means pearl, meaning necklaces or pearls are worn on her chest. Bhagavad-pada then goes deeper into the meaning of this same nama, Hara Hari Kucābhogo, as Hara means those qualities of Parabrahman that Parameshwara has, that is Ishwaratva, Aptakamatva, Nityatruptatva. We will shortly see what these mean. Hari means are being stolen away. Kucābhogo means by the pleasure of her chest, meaning her chest creates a desire in her for Ishvara. He then gets captivated in that pleasure, and the avidya, ignorance she creates, then steals away his qualities of Ishwaratva, that is the lordship, Aptakamatva, that is to be able to distinguish between Brahman and Atman, and Nityatruptatva, meaning forever having tripti or forever having contentment. Avidya, which is the quality of a jiva, and Ishvara cannot exist together. And so he loses the Aptakamatva, that is the ability to distinguish between Brahman and Atman, a quality that controls Maya. So he is no more the Parabrahman. Her chest creates the bhoga or enjoyment and desire for him to seek pleasure outside of himself. That is when he gets the desire to create many, meaning to create this universe or Jagat. It is very important for all of us to note here that the significance and the power of her breasts to create millions of universes is suggested in all these verses. The Tara Devi's mantra is hidden in this verse. With this, we conclude today's session. Please join us same time tomorrow to learn the next two verses. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha.
शिवे शिवसुशीतलामृततरङ्गगन्धोल्लसन् नवावरणदेवते नवनवामृतस्यन्दिनी गुरुक्रमपुरस्कृते गुणशरीरनित्योज्ज्वले षडङ्गपरिवारिते कालितयेष पुष्पाञ्जलिः कालितयेष पुष्पाञ्जलिः